Hi everyone and welcome to Timelock's Power Session. My name is Stine and I'm a Customer Success Manager within Timelock. Today's session is about the brilliant general settings in the system administration. So let's go and start. If you are an administrator, you most likely have access to the system administration, which you will find either under your name in the top right here or on the wheels right here. Depending on your setup and access, you can enter general settings here. This can look a bit different on your side than mine, but let's go through them one by one. The legal entity. Multiple legal entities is a module on top of Timelock for companies that has more legal entities. It allows the entities to share resource and participate in each other's projects. Employees, projects, and invoices belongs to a specific entity, and each entity can then connect to their own salary and finance system. If you want to know more about this, you can contact our support. Departments. Departments is a module you need to activate in the system. It allows you to set up different departments in the system where you can filter and sort both employees and projects into different departments. This also gives you the option to restrict access for employees to only have access to, for an example, one department. Departments can have up to 4 levels with subdepartments. In this example, you see the main department and all its subdepartments. If you want to create a new department, you simply click New Department. You select the name of the department, if it should have a number, which department if it's a subdepartment to any other department, and who should be the manager. And you simply click Save. Number series. Number series are great if you wish to have a continuous number series to follow on, for an example, your projects or invoice. Let's go through them. So let's look at project number. So I've selected that the project number series is active and is continuous right now. I want to select that it has some sort of letter when I need to search the project. So I select P for project. I've selected right here that it should contain the year. You could also have selected month or date, but I wanted to show the year. So right now it'll be P and 20 because we are in 2020. I don't want to be that long of a project number, so actually I haven't selected anything in the other elements, besides that it should be a serial number, so it should be a continuous number. And it should hold 4 digits. So right now it will be P20 0001 if it's the first project I create. Since this is a test site, I've already created some projects, so the next number in line is actually right now 11. So if I save this, I also see that it changed right here. So this is my project number here, P20 0011. Be aware that if you have an integration activated to a finance system, the number series does not always follow as the same number as in Timelock. So for specific setup questions, you can just contact support and we will look into it. A great tip I want to give you, which is a question we sometimes hear in support, is that if a project has gotten a wrong project number or you simply wish to change it, you can change it by set up the check marking of the blank cell right here. This will open the field in the project so you can change it, and then you type in the new project number or you simply edit it. When you've saved it in the project, you go back to the system administration again and check mark the active setting again so it will have the continuous number series again. Be aware if you selected the next number on your project, you need to change this as well, so the next number would be 12. Security and access. This will allow you to set up rules for passwords. Sometimes companies have strict rules regarding passwords. And be aware that Timelock holds a lot of personal data, so we would recommend you to look into this setup and choose which rules you want for the company for your employees' passwords. You see the options, as for an example, include capital or small letters, characters, numbers, etc. Timelock's front page. On the front page of Timelock, you have the option to select what your employees see. In this test site, I have activated some notifications like show me upcoming milestones and if my timesheet has been closed. You see those right here. I've also activated the performance indicator right here. So let's take a look at how this is shown on the front page. I see I have my time tracking right here. It's been 7 days since my last time registration, that's why it's red, but I've actually submitted last week's timesheet, so that's why it's green. The performance indicator is shown right here. We've selected that it should be the amount in registrations and invoiced, so that is my numbers right here. Also have my notifications down here. This is all my milestones, my upcoming milestones, and I can simply click this one to go into the project if I have access. Also want to give you a great tip for how you can personalize your front page yourselves as administrators. The internal information box allows you to insert messages, reminders, images, or funny quotes, you name it. This is open for administrators to change, and you simply click the pen right here, and a text box will appear. I know that some of you are really good at using this to encourage your employees and bring joy to their normal everyday. You can insert guides or links or simply remind them to remember to submit their week. You can edit this from day to day or week to week, so I also encourage you to use it a bit more and as it can be quite useful. So let's try and insert a text. So this is my text, and I've actually also have the option to insert an image if I want to. So when I save, it has this little message for my employees every time they log in. You also have the option to see shortcuts for the project management and Timelock messages. You see those right here. This is a personal setting that each employee can activate. You do that under the personal settings under your name, right here, and in the bottom. So here I'll show Project Manager info box, shortcuts, and if I want to see messages from us in Timelock. This is news and tips and tricks. Let me also give you a quick tip here as well. You can actually set up which page you want to open when you log into Timelock. For an example, if you use the timesheet more often than others or maybe reporting, then you can select that page from the drop-down. Simply do that right here. You can also select if you want another color scheme for the interface, and you can create your own shortcut for the advanced search. So let's go back to the final setting in the system administration. That is the personal data protection, the GDPR side. Here you will need to select your data protection contact from the drop-down of your employees. This is the person that handles every questions or requirements regarding GDPR. So remember to select the correct person. The automated deletion is also in here. Here you can activate the deletion of data for employees after X amount of days after deactivation. This means that when an employee is deactivated, all the contact data will be deleted after 30 days, for an example. You can also activate the setting for anonymize employees. This means that This means that it will anonymize the data X amount of months after the date of resignation. So meaning you won't be able to see which employee registered the time because that will be anonymized. The last thing, and this is really important if you have not selected this yet, so this is to allow support access to your site. If you experience a challenge or have a question that support needs to investigate further on your site, we need to enter your site on your permission. You can then grant us access by selecting from the drop-down here. When you have allowed support to enter your site for any questions you need help with, we do not need to ask you every time, and you do not need to remember to write it in the email either. So this saves support and you guys a lot of time, as we would of course want to uphold the GDPR restrictions. So if you have not considered and selected this yet, please do this the first thing after this power session. That was actually all for me in regards to the general settings. I hope you learned a lot, and if you have any question, please feel free to contact us in support and we will look into it. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and have a nice weekend. Bye.